Hey, what is up, guys? It is your boy, Kingdom Soldier, and I'm back again with another commentary. Wanted to give you guys a quick recap of what happened today in the championship bracket, winners and losers, and give you guys the predictions that I can for tomorrow. I mean, this losers and winners bracket is a nightmare of good teams, and so as I scroll through the groups, I'm going to look for any matches that were interesting, that were kind of unpredictable. Optic Gaming started off against Impact. Once we found out that Impact came out of Open, Noble Impact against Optic Gaming, and it was scary. It looked like Impact was going to take this match away from Optic Gaming. Went to Game 5. Optic Gaming pulled it out with the 3-2, and then Team Caliber. The very next match, Team Caliber sweeps Impact with the 3-0. Now, this was a very messy group because there was a three-way tie between Prophecy, Optic Gaming, and Team Caliber, and it came down to map count between those three teams. Everybody didn't really understand how TK was third, and because what that meant is that Optic Gaming and Prophecy made it to the championship bracket. TK was going to the losers round 3, and so that was not very... TK was not very happy about this, but you guys got to see on the screen what happened, and hopefully you were watching. Justice Pro definitely played the best out of the groups. They only dropped 2 maps, 4-0. They beat some really good teams on their road to doing it. Automatic Reload did a good job. Rise did not do as well as they wanted to do. Optic Nation with the 3-1 out of Group B. Group C, we all guessed it was going to be Denial and FaZe. I think I predicted Denial was going to be over FaZe. You can see on here that Denial went 4-0. They dropped only one more map than Justice Pro did. Interesting where both of those teams ended up at the end of the day, but they both were the best teams coming out of group play. They looked the best, I'll say that much. And then in Group D, Strictly Business winds up at the top of this group, and this was a little bit of a crazy fiasco that happened because it came down to this game right here, Aware versus SB. At the time when that game started, Aware was number 1, I believe Envious was number 2, and SB was number 3 in the pool. And remember what I said, the top 2 go to winners, the 3rd place and below go to losers. And Envy was watching, Clayster was actually cheering on Sender, because if Aware was able to, I believe that if Aware was able to win this, then Envy would have ended up first, Aware second, SB third. I don't know how it was crazy how it worked out, but because Aware only got 1 win and SB ended up with getting 3 wins, then Aware got kicked all the way down to 3rd because of their map win percentage amongst these 3 teams. Strictly Business rolled all the way up to 1st from 3rd, and Envious sat comfortably at 2nd, and that put them into the championship bracket. So the championship bracket, every single match went to Game 5. Every single match. Prophecy versus Optic Nation went to Game 5 S&D. Prophecy pulled out the edge, and this was good because it was Parasite versus Killa and Miracles. Parasite and Ricky versus Killa and Miracles, and Prophecy pulled it out at the end of the day. You have FaZe versus Strictly Business, and this was close matches as well, and all the way to Game 5 with FaZe pulling it out, getting themselves into the semifinals, which is top 6. Denial versus Envious. This was crazy, and the reason this was crazy is because back up in group play, let me see who Envious was playing, because it wasn't Carnage. It was when Envious was playing Strictly Business on Friday, yesterday, and at that point SB got up 5-4 on Envious, and it came down to this play that JCap made, boosting around the map, and I believe it was Twiz that he killed, and 0.3 milliseconds left, and they clutched that round, went to 5-5, and then they took it home. The very same map, S&D versus FaZe, and they found, or versus Denial, and you found them in the same situation. They were down 5-4, facing being kicked to the losers bracket, and Denial going to the winners round, or semifinals, against Optic. And Envy clutched up. It was Clayster that clutched up. There's a picture all over Twitter of him going like this because he barely got the kill. And they ended up winning the next round, round 11, and took it home. And then Optic versus Justice. This was the last match of the night. It was an amazing one. Justice 100-point clubbed Optic in the first hardpoint. The green wall was silent on Twitter. I actually got a lot of hate on Twitter because I tweeted out why is Twitter so silent, and then I said something about you guys just made a little under 100 points as to why you're so silent. And everybody was, it was crazy. It was fun though. I'll say that much. It was fun. Sometimes the Twitter banter between me and the Optic fans, it's fun. It's fun. Not that many people unfollowed me. So Optic ended up getting the edge in Game 5 Recovery S&D, which is their worst map online, on LAN, and everybody was like, it's over. This is not looking good for them. Justice is good on this map. And then they turned it around. They won. I believe they won 6-4. Good games all around to all these teams. They gave us some great entertainment going to map 5 every time. So you can see how the losers bracket worked out. Rise Nation got eliminated by Carnage. That's important because Rise already has a league spot. So that makes it more difficult to decide the league spots up top. And then Noble Impact got 3-0'd by Automatic Reload. You can see here in the round 3 they got 3-0'd, and so they're out of the tournament as well. We all predicted that they weren't going to do that great. No offense to them, but as a team they're just really kind of struggling to work that out, but they have a league spot, so they're not too worried about it. So this is what's kind of curious. You have left Optic Nation, Aware, who doesn't have a league spot, Strictly Business and Team Caliber, who both don't have league spots, Denial, Automatic Reload, who doesn't have a league spot, Justice and DT Esports, who doesn't have a league spot. Now, what I'm wondering is if Optic Nation, let's say Optic Nation, TK, Denial, and Justice win. So, of course, that means TK is going to get the spot. But then how do they determine who gets the other spots? Like, how do they determine out of these guys that all get eliminated who gets the spot? Is there going to be a playoff? I don't know exactly how that's going to work for the other spots that are available. Remember, there's 4 spots up for grabs, and you can see on the screen that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that can get those 4 spots. And I forgot about Prophecy that need a spot as well. So you have 6 teams that are still in this tournament. I believe Prophecy already secured one of them. So 5 teams going for 3 remaining spots. And so this is going to be curious. I believe that whoever wins between Strictly Business and Team Caliber tomorrow gets a league spot. So that's a really important matchup for TK. Denial is going to take Automatic Reload, in my opinion. Automatic Reload is probably not going to get a league spot. Justice is going to 3-0 DT Esports. They're probably not going to get the spot as well. And if they do a playoff, I think SB would beat one of these 2 teams. Optic Nation and Aware, this is a really important match. Optic Nation already has a spot in the league, but if Aware can win, they'll get themselves a league spot, and that would be great to see a team like that in the league. I'm pretty sure TK is going to get in, but you never know. Strictly Business has been playing really well, and you can see they took FaZe to map 5. They took Envy yesterday to map 5. I mean, Strictly Business has been playing really good in this tournament. That's how they got themselves into the winners bracket, by winning their pool. So this is going to be really interesting tomorrow. If I had to pick right now, I'm saying FaZe over Prophecy, Optic Gaming over Envious, even though this is going to be one of the best matches we're going to watch all weekend. Optic Nation over Aware, TK over Strictly Business, Denial, and Justice. This is going to be, because this is a losers match, this is going to be one of the best matches. One of these 2 teams is going to be eliminated, and the other team is going to go to top 6, I believe, over here, and in the losers bracket. And then you'll have, let's say TK, I think, would take either one of these teams. So TK is over here against maybe Prophecy, and then Denial or Justice is going to have to play Envious. I mean, this is kind of a nightmare of how this is going to turn out. In my opinion, I still think Optic is going to win this tournament. I don't know why they're not smiling. I don't know if they're waiting to win the whole thing. Nadeshot's been looking really not himself. Even on the listen-ins, things sound different. So you guys let me know your predictions. Who's going to be in this grand final? I think Optic is going to be one of these 2 teams. The other one is going to it could be TK, Denial, Justice, or Envious. I mean, this losers bracket is going to be a nightmare of epic proportions. Hope that you guys are watching, and you guys get to watch tomorrow. I'm going to miss a lot of tomorrow, but I am going to catch the last couple of matches. And if they go to 5 games, like all of the winners bracket matches we've seen, then I'm going to get home in time for the last 3 or 4 matches. This is your boy Kingdom Soldier, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!